Morning everyone, it's the end of September and I'm up here in Kamloops. Normally this time of year I'm down on the coast because the fall river salmon fishing can be really good. It's just getting started. But this year I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna be spending a few days up here in Kamloops trying the fall lake trout fishing because I've heard really good things about it, never tried it before. I fished it in the springtime when the fishing can be really productive. Fishing in the summertime when the weather is really nice and still being able to get into some really nice fish. I've also fished in the wintertime, ice fishing at Edith Lake and getting to both rainbow and brook trout, being really successful on that as well. So I'm really excited to see what this area has to offer. Check out this view behind me. I'm staying at the Four Point Sheraton this weekend. Kind of being spoiled a little bit. Normally for these lake fishing trips I'm staying at some rusty cabin, which is nice, but being able to come back into the city and enjoying the comfort that the hotel has to offer is really nice for me. And no kids, uninterrupted sleep. So that's a good thing about this area. The fishery is so diverse. There's river fishing, there's lake fishing, but like I said, you can still come back into the city at the end of the day and find the accommodation that's suitable for you if you don't like camping or cabin living. So yeah, so let's get started. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna head out. I'm hoping to get in some fish. Alright, boat's in the lake and it's time to go fishing. Today we're fishing with Jordan from Interior Fly Fishing Company, and Jordan actually specializes in I guess guiding around in lakes Kamloops, around Kamloops area. So you have maybe a dozen lakes that you go to.
Yeah, we got a pretty endless number of opportunities, but there's definitely some favorites. It's a really diverse area. You know, you get people that want to pursue or give themselves a great chance at catching a famous 10-pound rainbow, and you get people that just want to see the bobber go down. So
exactly, yeah. So it's either number or sizes, right? That we're looking at, yeah. So today we've chosen one lake that I've been here a couple of times in the past, but I've always been here in the springtime. I've actually never done fall lake fishing.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm always been pretty busy, fishing with salmon around this time of year, right? So I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen. So this particular lake has a pretty diverse target species, right?
Yeah, we've got triploided Fraser Valley and Pennask strain rainbow trout, as well as eastern brook trout. They put a lot of them in here annually. So in the fall, it's fairly similar to the spring, but what you'll get is fish will start to sense the onset of winter as those water temps start to drop. So they'll start to key in on, you'll get fall chironomid fishing, as well as they'll key in on the staple food sources that they have all year round, which is shrimp, freshwater scuds, leeches, bloodworms. So it'll be interesting to see what it brings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So would you say, which season do you prefer? Do you prefer spring or fall?
I like fall because I'm not dealing with too many people on the lakes.
In terms of fish, performance and stuff, are they fighting hard in the fall time?
I think that they're and I think that spring and fall are very unique in their own way. I can't say that I would choose one to the other. If I was given the chance, I would fish these local lakes from ice on or ice off right until ice on. So it's
gotcha. Yeah. Good. Well, let's get set up. We've marked the few fish on the sounder.
Yeah, there they are.
Yeah, it's seeing a few fish on the surface as well. So it's getting.
They're waiting for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Change of spot.
New spot, new fish.
First spot we marked lots of fish, but we didn't. They weren't biting.
Nothing.
So I guess changing up, it's the key to success, right?
You have to be willing to move, and you have to be willing to move a lot. Sometimes it can be the difference of 100 feet in one direction or another can be the difference between catching and not.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You just have to give every spot a worthy amount of time, but don't sit and
Yeah.
you're going to be wasting your time. So it's and it might take 5 or 6 moves before you find.
Oh, there's a fish right there.
There we go.
That was a bite right away.
This is the curse right here. You pick the rod up. Such a strange. Okay, we got something. This is a triploid eastern brook trout. They're actually a part of the char family. You can see they're one of the neatest looking. They got these worm-like markings on the back, and then they've got the orange reddish dots with blue halos around them. Oh, Daphnia. This is really typical for fall fishing. Sometimes when you don't have much in the way of bugs hatching, fish will turn and they will key in on the dreaded Daphnia. We've got a really old bloodworm, chironomid larva, and we've got some looks like a spent old Gammarus shrimp in there, but for the most part Daphnia, and hopefully that changes a bit through the day. As it warms up, we start to see some bugs emerging, and they'll switch off with these tiny little things. You can't really imitate Daphnia singular. What you can do is, a lot of times when that's what they want to eat, we'll fish blob patterns like this just as an attractor. Sometimes you'll fish them as a Daphnia cloud, but for the most part, this is this or staple things that they'll still eat, like leeches and scuds and whatnot.
A little bigger?
Yeah, we're slowly moving up the scale here. So interesting the way that they fight. They don't leave the water ever. They just not a bad fish at all. Micro leech tied on a number 10 scud hook.
Yep. Nice.
Beautiful. What do we got? A whole stomach full of Daphnia.
No,
one chironomid.
To me.
All right,
finally.
we're rolling.
After missing maybe half a dozen fish. Fish on. Count?
Yep.
Good fish. Awesome. Let it go.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so we've had our fun with brookies earlier. Caught about a dozen, something
Plenty
like that.
of fun.
Yeah, they weren't very big, but it was still very, very fun. So now we've been driving around a little bit looking for I guess, hatches and signs of rainbow trout as well, and just to switch things up a little bit. And seeing a few fish jumping around here, so fingers crossed. Hopefully we're getting a few fish. Oh, hey, oh, I was just stripping in and got a fish on. Yeah, camera. That was funny because I was just stripping in trying to recast the line and the fish grabbed it near the surface. So we've seen quite a few fish surfacing in the shallows over there. And so maybe they are in the shallows. So first rainbow of the day. Not bad, can complain.
No.
Huh, that was funny. I didn't expect that.
That surprised me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I just about to open the bag of chips and and there you go.
Okay. Sure is a
Nice.
We're fishing in the 11th hour right now, and what we've had pretty much the whole day is fish that are totally keyed in on eating Daphnia, microorganism, tiny little critters that are almost impossible to imitate. So the issue has been basically just trying to find any sort of consistency, but luckily sometimes all you need is the last dying moments of the day to make it happen. And I'm not too ashamed to admit that this is this is a pattern invented in the UK, and it's somewhat controversial in the stillwater fly fishing world, but it's effective when you have fish that aren't totally keyed in on anything. And the result,
Uh-oh. Did it go?
Yeah.
Oh well, let's just say that fish was 5 pounds.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it'll be 6 by the time we get.
It was a solid fish. So Fraser Valley rainbow trout. So one of the strains that they put in this lake by the Freshwater Fisheries Society BC. But it was an honest how big I think it was. I didn't get a good look at it.
3.5 pounds.
3.5 pounds. So. Oh, it's
Between 3.5 and 8.
yeah. It's good to see one nice rainbow trout finally at the end, anyways. Well, last cast of the day. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon, and we're finishing up with some beautiful weather in the background. It's been okay, right, today?
Yeah, it's been steady enough for sure.
Would have been nice to get a 10-pound trout, but
Yeah, that was the
that doesn't always happen. We got a whole bunch of brook trout, and then we got a few rainbow trout as well. And that last fish we got, that was about 3-4 pounds.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to finish it. And we know this lake has potential. We just got to come back again, possibly in the springtime, to do another episode. But yeah, it was good. It was a nice
first fall lake fishing experience for me up here. Wasn't super cold, and
No.
yeah, it's very, very, very pleasant. Yeah. So thanks,
Do it
Jordan.
again?
Absolutely, yeah, totally, yeah. But if you need more information on Jordan's guiding service, be sure to check out his website, right?
Yep.
We'll put the link on the bottom. But you also do articles, on like
Writing,
how-to articles, and if you want to find out stuff about like fly tying and how to fly fish in this area, definitely go to his website to check it out as well. But yeah, thanks again.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Had a great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.